What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brennan and I'm BManX45, and today we're coming at you with another video. We have another Ultimate Cup deck profile for the Greymon TCG. I mean the Digimon TCG. Little inside joke. A lot of people said this in fact is the Greymon trading card game. And after you look at this deck profile and look at all the legal cards for this deck in the Ultimate Cup format, you will definitely think so. So yeah, we have our next Ultimate Cup profile. This is the Agumon deck profile for the Ultimate Cup, BT14. We got a lot of new cool support for the deck, so that's really great. And we're going to get into it here and tell you what we're doing for the Ultimate Cup. I think that this is probably most likely going to be the deck that I really want to take. It's the most consistent one, I feel, out of all of them. There's just, you don't have to put a lot of filler cards in just to have enough cards, and that to me is more beneficial. So I'm expecting to mirror match all day long. So yeah, whatever. But you can build it back in the front, you can build it in security, and then just try to go for game, and it's really, really good. So let's, without further ado, let's get into the profile. And hey, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of the fun. And as always, we will be doing a regionals format version of this deck in the near future. We have our BT5 Coromons because BT5 Coromon is legal because they reprinted it because they thought that this would be a cooler card to have. So, you know, if when attacking, if you have a Greymon or Omnimon in your name, draw one. Simple, easy. The new Coromon's really good, but you have to hit security to get those draws, and I just don't find that that's, you know, as good of an ability. I'd rather just get the draw on attack. Then start off our rookie line. We have the new Agumon 4 of. Start of your main phase, if you have a Tamer with Taikami in its name, this Digimon may digivolve into a Greymon in your hand without paying the cost. Really great. Free level 4. Great. But you do have to move it out of the stack. So this is not a stack building. This is not an in-raising building card. Inheritable, while this Digimon has Greymon or Omnimon in its name, it's got plus 2000 DP. So it's the promo Agumon all over again. We play 4 of the Searcher Agumon from BT12 because it's in the tournament pack. So it's legal. Reveal top 4, add a Taikamiya and a Greymon or Omnimon card to your hand. So a lot of times you will go 2 cards on this card. We do play a bunch of Taikamiyas in this build. It's Digivolve 0 from a Coromon, so you don't have to worry that it's a black-red card and it says Digivolve from a black level 2 because it's got the Coromon condition, and it gets plus 1000 to your Greymon or Omnimons all turns. All turns. And I think the other one is your turn, yeah. So all turns, which actually comes up a lot of the time. Because you're like, oh, I made my guy a beat stick, and now on my opponent's turn, it's down to nothing. And then we have Agumon, 2 of the ST15 Agumon. Now, this is one that I'm not 100% sure of. I really do like this guy. I do like his memory gain because we do have a lot of the raid keywords. I do like it's 0 on a Coromon, so it doesn't matter if it goes from a red. The only problem with this guy, and the reason I'm only playing 2, and I might drop it completely, is he can't digivolve into a red Greymon. I have to have one of my black red or my black Greymon, which I do play. And if I decide to cut the black Greymons, I will cut this card because I can't put ST1 Greymon on him, and I can't put Greymon X-Antibody on him. So that is a very big detriment. So I don't necessarily, I do love his abilities, but 2 of him I feel is okay. Especially because I do like it in testing. And then I play 2 of the promo Agumon for 2000 DP. I feel like you don't need all the extra DP. You have so much DP in this deck that that's why I didn't want to just play 4 of this straight out, and why I wanted to try 2 of that. But potentially I could be cutting that and just running 4. We'll see. But that's it for the Agumons. That's it for the level 3s. No, that's it for the Agumons. Starting off with the level 4s, we play 2 of the Greymon from BT12. Again, it's a red black card, so it can digivolve from any Agumon, and then it can digivolve into any metal Greymon. So that's really good too. So you don't have to worry about it. And it plays a Tai Kamiya for free, and all turns gives you that plus 1,000 inheritable. I might play 3 of this if I decide to drop my Black Greymons. I just don't think you only need it early game, so you want enough to see it. So I think 2 to 3 is a good number, because then it's just not as good after you've played your first tie. For starter deck, 1 Greymons, because that was reprinted in RB1, so it's legal. There you go. Thank you, security attack plus 1 for days. Winner pack card from BT14, Greymon X-Antibody. It's legal, so why not play it? It's a free Digivolution on a Greymon, gets you a draw, and you have 1 protection because you can detach it and the Greymon to use its ability. So you got 1 protection out of it per game, because you don't have any other X-Antibody shenanigans, really. Then, of course, 2 of the Greymon from ST15, security effect. When it gets hit off security, you may play an Agumon or 1 tamer with Tai Kamiya from your hand or trash. The thing I like about this is it plays free ties, which is really, really good just for your opponent hitting it, especially so you don't have to play the ties yourself, because we don't have the Raid Metal Greymon to play those ties for free. So I really like that, as well as it can play an Agumon too, and in this deck you can go from Agumon straight into WarGreymon, so I do think that that's super important, and I think it's really good. Plus it's got that memory gain again. You got to watch out, because you can play him on any of your Agumons, so that's fine. You can play him on any of your Agumons, so that's completely fine. You don't have to worry about that. You just got to worry about that Agumon being unable to do other stuff like that. And that's all we play for. Just it's a lot. It's actually 12 level 4s, which is a lot, but I do like that ratio, 12-12. It seems to be working out good. On to Ultimates. Metal Greymon, the only Metal Greymon we have access to other than the brand new one. So I do really like this guy here. He is, gets you security attack plus 1. Sorry about the blur. The camera's being difficult. So it does get you security attack plus 1. It has blocker, which can activate your memory gain effects, which are all turns, because if you block with him, you can gain memory off your Greymon and your Agumon. So that is good. And at least it's got the security attack plus 1. And you can Digivolve into him on any Greymon, so you don't need to worry about that. Then we play 3 of the new Metal Greymon Ace. Digivolve during your opponent's turn. Pop something 6,000 or less. That's okay. Counter timing, it's good. Digivolves for 3, but you honestly don't want to have to play it other than counter timing, but it can be difficult, because then you're potentially giving your opponent more DP if they can get it off the board. So you got to be careful. But that's 7's a good ratio for that. On to the Megas. We play 3 WarGreymon from BT12, the Raid WarGreymon. I didn't know he was legal. It wasn't in the list. The regional prizing pack was not in the list of cards you could play, and then all of a sudden it's on the list of cards that they put out that you could play. And Imperial Dramon ST9 that was in the Tamer Party pack, which they did say was going to be legal, is not. So that is actually quite funny. So of course he's got Raid. When Digivolving until the end of your opponent's turn, this Digimon gets 3,000 DP and reboot. So he reboots and he is automatically 15, plus any of your other boosts that go into your opponent's turn or not. All turns once per turn. When an attack target is switched, unsuspend this Digimon. So you raid into your opponent's biggest monster, kill it, and unsuspend, and then you can attack security. Plus you do got tons of security attack pluses and stuff like that. So that's really good. And it's better with the Metal Greymon from BT12 that gives you piercing, and it's better with a bunch of other cool things. But it's still a really great card, and it Digivolves for 3 on a Metal Greymon, so that's huge. And then we play 3 of the new WarGreymon. A lot of people play 2 and 4. I like the 3-3 split, because I feel like this guy is just as valuable, especially in my build, because I have those memory gain abilities, like when attack target is switched, which is he has Raid. So when Digivolving, this Digimon gains Raid for the turn, then it may attack. So you can then raid and then gain memory back too, so you don't pass turn. When attacking, if you have a tamer, this Digimon gains security attack +1 and piercing. That's the one thing where he's not as so good, because you need to have a tamer on the board for his abilities to go off. And then, of course, he has the, while you have a tamer with Tai Kami in its name and your opponent has a Digimon with over 10,000 DP or more, one of your Agumon may Digivolve into this card in your hand for the Digivolution cost 4, ignoring the Digivolution requirement. So it can warp into Agumon, so that's really good. And again, probably why only 2 of it, because you got to have a tamer, but I kind of like the 3-3 split, and I think it works pretty well. So I'm just leaving with that. Last 2 Digimon is 2 Omnimon Blitz for game, because Omnimon Blitz for game is good, and it is legal. So many things legal in this deck, and not legal in every other deck. It just, like, they literally just said, let's have an Ultimate Cup format where only Greymon can win. So that is it for our top end. And we have our Tamers. I play 3 of the new Tai Kamiya from BT14, which is start of your main phase. One of your Digimon with vaccine trait gets 2,000 DP for the turn. And then when a card is removed from your opponent's security stack by suspending 1 tamer, gain a memory. So piercing, checking cards, gains you memory. So really good in my opinion. And it gives you that extra boost so that, like, you don't always need this guy underneath you. You can have that memory gain Agumon, because he's going to gain you memory so that you don't pass turn, and then you gain more memory with Tai. And it's a nice 3-drop, so it's easier to play than the 4 cost security attack +1 Tai that's your memory tamer, which you honestly want to play off of your abilities if you can, but sometimes you can't do that. So we're playing 2 and 3 of that. And then on to options, we play 4 offense training, the new training cards. I saw people running this and memory boosts. I mean, I think memory boosts are good, but it's the same thing. Like, because of the way that the Ultimate Cup is structured, this can be dead sometimes, because the more black cards you have that are not red cards, you know, all of my WarGreymons, so 8 cards in my deck, and plus the Omnimon, so 10 cards in my deck are not targets for this. So that is unfortunate. So again, another reason why I might, you know, decide to play more, you know, of the promo Agumons, or maybe go to, you know, the Greymon, more of the red, black Greymon from BT12, and cut the black end so that there's less, and then I could probably run mem boosts. But right now I'm liking it the way it is. But you got to remember that this is a hard card, because you cannot use it to Digivolve any of your black guys, because it's got to be a red Digimon. It's got to be, you can Digivolve your black guys, but it has to be into a red Digimon in your hand. So a lot of the time you're not going to be able to go into Metal Greymon for free. You're going to be saving these guys for your Megas. You're going to be saving them for your level 4s, as long as it's not the black level 4. But we only play 2, so I mean, it's not going to come up as much. Yeah, so. And then lastly, I'm trying 2 of these Dragon of Courage, which I guess probably would be mem boosts if I didn't play it. But I really like the synergy of this card, because while you have a tamer with Tai Kami in its name, you may ignore this card's color requirements by placing 1 Greymon and 1 Metal Greymon from your trash. Doesn't specify color. As one of your Agumon's bottom Digivolutions, that Digimon may Digivolve into WarGreymon in your hand without paying the cost, ignoring its Digivolution requirements. So it builds your stack, gets you a bunch of inheritables, and it, you know, for the same price as to Digivolve into him. And like I said, if you have that Agumon, that black Agumon, because you don't need to play it on a red Agumon, you can have the black Agumon, you can play this. You can have the, and you wouldn't pass turn, because you'd pay, if you had your memory tamer in play, you would go 4, you would use his ability to raid into your opponent's Digimon, or just attack for, you know, game at that point, depending on what's going on, and then you would gain a memory back and go back to 0. So, I mean, I find it's really good, plus its security ability is really strong. Security, you may play an Agumon from your hand, or trash without paying the cost, then add this card to your hand. So it sets you up for that next turn if your opponent hits it as like one of the last security cards. So I do like that. And if you hit you can hit your searcher out of the grave and search out through your stack to get any pieces you might be missing. So again, can be really, really good. So I think that is worthwhile, and I really like it, and we'll see if I change it up. But right now this deck is running pretty smoothly. It's really consistent. It's super fast because it has so many good pieces, and it doesn't have to substitute other things. You have Greymons, you have Agumons, you have all of your cards, and then everything else is just, you know, how you want to build it. Do you want to play more security ties? Do you want to play, you know, and kill, you know, do you want to play more Tai Kamiyas and gain more memory? Do you want to play more mem boosts with your offense training, so you can just always be searching and always have that little extra on your board? So a lot of cool stuff, but I really like the deck. I think it's really, really good, and I really think this is probably what I'm going to be taking to the Ultimate Cup format. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think this is a decent build? Do you think it'll do well in the Ultimate Cup format? Do you think I should make some changes? Do you think I should run more memory boosts and get rid of the black end? Or do you think that this is an interesting build and it could end up being pretty consistent? Let me know what your thoughts are. Love to hear them. And hey, looks like that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much, and we hope to see you in the next video. And as always, have a wonderful day, and that's all for now, folks.